of the universe, Mother Nature's guys. Ooh, come save your child. Come save your child. I said, come sisters, come and take back your child. This great.
Hello, everybody. It's Thursday. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome. It's Friday Eve. Yes, I know. Hello, everybody. Welcome to GBC Women with Words. Want to encourage you to please share this podcast. Share it everywhere you can share it. We're going to be talking to a very important woman today. But first, it's been a minute since my co-host was here. Let's welcome one another. Welcome, Agata.
Hey, Glendy. It's good to be back.
I know you guys left me here by myself, but I'm okay. I can handle it.
We know you can handle it. We'll never leave you by yourself. We're always here in spirit with you.
Yes. So it's good. It's good to see you. Good to see everybody. We're back again on Thursday. And of course, this is GBC Women with Words. We are not experts, but we have opinions. We have a lot of opinions.
And it's our opinion to have.
Yeah. And we're entitled to having that. So anyway, my name is Glendy Jane Juniors. That is the most important thing I like to do in life. And that is to call my name. Before I gotta introduce yourself so I can tell you something about my name these few days.
I ain't got much to say. My name is Agatha Joseph. Nothing special about my name, honestly.
So it's like some people having. So I transition states for work. So one of the new state I'm working in now, I had to be able to get a new license for that state.
Okay.
So I applied.
Professional license, you mean?
Yes, professional license. So I applied for my license since August, but I'm allowed to work in the state because I don't really need the license. It's a corporation, so I can work wherever. Mm-hmm. So, but I just needed it just in case. Right. So I applied since August, and I've been checking and mm-hmm. I've been checking on the Glendale Juniors. And I haven't seen my license. I'm like, wow, they're taking forever to get my license. That's my name.
I know.
So I said, let me call. So I called the lady yesterday. I said, please call me back. Well, today she called me back and I said, I've Glendale Juniors. I've been checking for my license. You still haven't done it yet. It's been more than since August. And she was like, Glendale? I said, yeah. She said, well, the name we have is Reeves. I said, that's not my name.
Hey, you've been a Reeves longer than you've been a Juniors, right?
She said, well, we have it under Glendale Reeves. I said, well, that's not my name. My name is Glendale Juniors. I think the reason, and this is the thing, because I got divorced and I changed my name back to my dad's name.
Right.
So I had to change it with Social Security and DMV.
Yeah.
But now all those other places, if I want to change it at the bank, everywhere else, I have to send them a copy.
Absolutely.
And I didn't think I needed to do it with on my professional, on my work side. The woman was like, she said, well, and you know what? That's why your criminal background check did not come back, because we're checking for these.
You know, it's good thing you brought that up. I can't remember who we had this conversation with. Someone on the show, and we talk about being able to identify our citizens.
Yeah.
You in Liberia, you could just flip your name and the next day everybody calls you. Yeah. But
everybody
here,
would know who you are.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it. And then she would say, that's the reason we kept wondering. You apply for a license.
Right.
But we have nothing on you. But we have a Glendale. Do you know this other Glendale? I said, that Glendale is me. So I don't want to know it.
But you did tell her you got a divorce and did a
right. I did tell her, and then now I had to send the divorce papers.
Of course.
And so what she's gonna do is now she will have to reapply for the criminal background check. But it's like You got to do all those small pieces because it's like even the bank is like every time I go and I say Glenda Gina, she said, "Ma'am, you don't have an account here." I'm like, "What kind of trouble is this with any business?" So, but anyway, that's what it is. That's I seem to be talking a lot about this divorce these few days. I don't know. Maybe I come and get married. Who knows? Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Don't change the subject. Don't change the subject. So that's another PSA, right? If you should get a name change, remember to do so. I remember when I got divorced. Oh my gosh, it's been what 20 something years ago. um it takes time to get all of the
Yeah,
different
it does.
corporations, like you said, banks and all the kind of things
Yeah,
change
you gotta change. You gotta change. And if you
at
get
work.
divorced, you gotta change everything. You have to change every name,
I'm
every
keeping my
whatever.
name.
And then I think my assumption was once I changed it with the DMV and Social
Uh-huh.
Security, that
Uh-huh.
was okay. But
Uh-uh.
then I found out too, my passport needed to be,
Okay.
upgraded. And so I sent the old passport, then I had to send the divorce paper again. I said, oh Lord, they need you falling behind me and not leaving it still behind me.
Hey,
But
they got to know
anyway,
who you are, and it costs
yes,
money, right? Every time
yes,
you have to
yes,
go and
yes,
change it,
yes.
it costs money.
Because my boss was like, why are they so lax in getting your papers done? I said, let me call these people because he was telling me, you just down the street, you walk there. I said, the man north, but I let it walk in. It's just 2 blocks. I said, look at you, 2 blocks, you know how many walking?
But it's good for you, though. Your doctor would have been happy.
Honey, she and myself. Oh, let's talk that before we bring our guests. So let's talk a little bit about health. We're getting to the end of the year. We'll talk a little bit more about it next week. Our guest next week is on mental health. So we'll talk more about that last week. So I was sharing with Agatha before we started that I had gone to my doctor for my physical. Oh
Hmm.
Lord. And the reason why I share is to motivate you. Go check yourself. Something lagging somewhere, you don't know. If you're on
Right.
medications, you don't know. I go to her and she said, well, the last time you came here, you were 10 pounds down. I said, okay. But I already knew I gained the weight right back. So I'm acting like I don't know. And she's saying, why you look so surprised? I said, oh. She said, well, you gained the 10 back. You even gained 11.
Oh Lord. So not only did you gain what you lose, but you gain more.
Not only did I put it back, but I gave her a +1. And she was like, do you walk, Lindy? She said, you remember I told you to start walking? I said, She said, where do you walk? I said, in the building from my car to the office.
You even park far. No, on a serious note, though, Glendy, you know, I'm always behind everybody. The simplest things you can do. Do not
Yeah,
take the parking space closest to the door.
true,
Take the parking space furthest away from the door. That's
true.
one little adjustment you can make.
So what I did do, I didn't work today. I was off today. I took off today.
I
But
know
what
you
I
were
did,
less busy. That's why you were
yeah,
off
I
of
was off today. All I did today was, and of course, my eldest daughter, first child, is here from home and brought me cayenne. So I don't know how I'm going to reduce because that's all I ate today.
Oh
I ate
Lord.
cayenne, I ate country bread, and guess what? It's like when you see those things, folks. Your weight, our guest is very important. We're gonna bring her on shortly. When you see those things from home, Akata, it's like you get into a frenzy.
Glendy, you can tell me about Liberian food more than me.
Oh
You
my
know that my
God.
thing.
So today, and she came yesterday and she said, I brought country bread for you, honey. I said, I want to eat that country bread, except I got needle milk and St. Louis sugar.
Okay, help me understand. I don't know what country bread is. What's
So
country
it's like country rice that is pounded, and I think they
bread?
dry it so it looks like flakes.
Oh,
But back
okay.
home, yeah, back home we used to eat it with like sugar. I mean, like
La Farina?
cereal. Yes, it's like farina, but it's rice. It's the real. It's like Crips rice.
I've
So
never
today,
had it before.
my cousin, she went to the African store. They got my little small needle milk.
There you go.
And I'm in a very high mood for Liberia today because I ate everything Liberia today. Anyway, welcome everybody. We'll
You
just
gotta
chat
do it
in.
sparingly, yeah, ain't it?
Huh?
You gotta do it sparingly. I'm
No,
not
mom,
saying
today
don't
was
eat
the
your
first
food.
day. I ain't even do it
No,
Saturday. I
no.
will not even lie to you because I put it in the black Chinese bowl with three others. She was looking at me laughing. I said, I gotta eat a country bread, but I have to eat it like I ate it back home. So when you go to the African store, look for the St. Louis sugar, the cubes.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes. So I bought my packers. I have my packers of St. Louis sugar here and my Nido milk.
Okay, for those of y'all who are listening, all of this is really bad for you. It is really, really, really bad for you. I am not saying do not eat your African food. If you know me, you know I love to cook, I love to bake, I love to eat. Eat it a little bit at a time. Please don't eat the entire, I don't know what a Chinese bowl is.
You know the Chinese bowl, the boy, you go buy the Chinese food, the black boy. I didn't eat it full, but mama, I ain't lying to you. I kid you not.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Glenda Jane Jr.
I am excited to eat authentic. I can't even talk. Authentic Liberian food, honey. I bought my Nido milk and my St. Louis sugar.
Somebody said, I know you bust your gut.
I bust my gut in it and I phone.
I hear that for a long time. You bust your gut.
Anyway, welcome, folks. We're on the all important platform this evening with two important people here, and we're going to invite our guests. We have a very important guest this evening. Anybody that come here, we say this. This is the most important platform in social media world. Everybody that come here, you come and meet important people because you yourself, you are important. So
absolutely.
Welcome. Let's bring our guests on. Hello.
Welcome, Helen.
Hello. Good evening. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful.
We're doing good.
I'm just sitting here in the backstage laughing at y'all. It's really?
Don't mind how I try to enjoy my life.
I'm sitting right here like, oh my gosh, she is doing it.
I did it
She's doing too much.
You know what, Agatha? I can even see the fat in my face from today eating.
Oh my gosh.
What water did you drink today?
Oh, but I'll tell you, you won't be proud of me. I got my calorie here.
There is absolutely no way I can be proud of you today after what you just shared. I'm sorry. We're not even going there. Not today. Today, I'm disappointed.
We'll fix it. We gotta know. You know, every year you get to this place in the evening, you become You do resolutions. So we'll make some resolutions. As long as I get to my January weight by December 30th, I'm good.
You're good.
So let me tell you something about me. I don't make resolutions. I cannot set myself up for failures. So whatever it is I want to do, I start doing it right now. Yeah. So don't set yourself up for failures. Just the day is over. You had your feast. Tomorrow is a new day. Right?
Okay. All right. But anyway, if you miss home, that's what it is. When you see a little Liberian food, that's it. Helen, you have an echo. Do you have two devices on?
I am. Can you?
Okay, that's better now.
That's better. Okay.
Okay. It came back. Do you have another device you're listening on?
Baby. No, it's just my phone. Can you contact these maybe computers away from me, please?
Come on, baby. So anyway, welcome. Let's wait for him to come. Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining this evening.
Yeah, please take them off to there. Sometimes they're the one that causes the echoes.
So, yeah. Talk again. Let's hear you. There's still some kind of echo
from the desk. Hello.
Yeah, right. We can hear you.
That's better.
Yes.
For now it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. So welcome, Helen. It's a pleasure to have you here on GBC. Just introduce yourself first, please. Tell us who is still in Dopoe, Washington.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on when and where you guys going to be catching this later. I thank you guys so much. First of all, let me say thanks to GBC Women with Words. It's an honor to be on this show. I was quite surprised. You took me off surprise. I saw your text. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? The most important platforms of And she invited me to be on that show. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I jump out of bed. I'm like, oh my God, am I seeing things? But anyways, it's an honor and thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for all that you do. And just humble to be here. Where can I express? So my name is Helen Dopoe Washington. I am a realtor and a tax advisor. I am a mother, a wife, and a daughter, sister, everything of the above. And so that's, just an introduction with my name um, as of right now. And again, thanks for the invite.
It's a pleasure. We're glad to have you. Thank you for coming. Wanted to talk. So you're into the two important careers. You're a realtor and you're the tax agent. So I want to hear a
Mhm.
little bit about your background. I want to talk about the realtor business, and then you will talk about the taxes.
Okay. Okay. Well, since I am on Women of Words and I'm speaking to the community, I would love to start with, first of all, my very humble beginning. Um, I came here to the States back in 1996. February 6th, 1996. That's when I landed here from Liberia. Came here through Ivory Coast and came here young. Business has always been my thing from all the way back home. I started as a little girl selling in the market, selling cold brew, whatever I could do to survive at the time, take care of my grandparents and my brothers and sisters that I took care of. The oldest of 10.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And so, yes, I, and so I still have quite a few of them back home that still depends on me. And so I could help some, one way or the other. So here I am today. I started off with first going to other people to do things or what have you. And I always been, I would say, wanting to know more of any and everything. I found myself in this great country. It's not by accident, but I came here through my mother, Liam Willie. I lost my father during the Civil War in Liberia. I'm glad my mother didn't forget about me. She too came here as a refugee and brought my siblings and I. And so we came here. And just, through everything, I'm always curious to know and want to learn anything I can possibly get. I can possibly learn. I can pretty much say I'm um, I would say, educated to some extent. I love to just learn things, read things on my own, and just figure out things on my own. I don't care how complicated it is. I will figure it out. And so I went into taxes. First, I had a very serious issues with the IRS, getting into the whole thing from the beginning, not knowing what in the world I was doing. I was going to other people that were doing their own thing and other things special. Um, and so I decided I'm going to go to tax school. I had an opportunity to drive into it. I started it as an habit. I just wanted to help myself, my friends, and my family. And people started trusting me more and more with it. I decided to start to dive deeper. And I just, started a whole new thing. After starting with a corporation at first, I went on my own. And it's been 12 years now, counting, as a, as the tax preparer. And then after that, I was first in corporate America working part-time in my business. I decided, well, I'm going to dive into this full-time. So when I make that huge change, it was scary, but I'm a risk taker, so I went in with my head. Um, and so after some time, I decided, okay, I'm really busy from January to April, and after that, I'm kind of slow.
Hmm.
So I decided to go into real estate because at that time I was helping people get qualified in the credit area, helping them get that credit together. I was helping the same database that I had. They would come and get that document from me, and I will guide them through things. And so I decided, okay, I'm gonna go into this. And one thing I love is helping people. One
So,
thing I love is just help people, and people keep coming to me and requesting different things. So I got into a lot of different stuff because of my clients base and the trust that they have in me. And so yeah, I am. I have been a realtor for 4 years now, and a tax advisor for over 12 years. So
so you cover a lot of ground in the last few minutes. Let's break it apart a little bit and let's understand each part of what you do. So let's
yes.
talk about you. You have tax advisor and you said preparer. So for the viewers that are listening, what what exactly is it that you offer? Are you doing people's, are you filing taxes at the end of the tax year? Are you doing it for individuals? Are you doing it for small businesses, big corporations? How does that work?
So I do a little bit of both as far as a tax advisor preparer. I prepare their taxes. I also advise them about the do's and the don't. Help them plan for their taxes for the following year. How to set themselves up to win instead of being on the losing end come the following year. So in our office, we really gear towards more of educating our clients. So that's where the advisor title comes in. And for the most part now, I have people that work, you know, uh, in the business now, so that I'm kind of like I'm in the face, but I'm in the background now to some extent.
Okay. So
So
you the HNIC.
Yes.
I'm gonna let it.
so
I'm gonna let it marinate so she can figure it out. So people. So the office that you're in is usually. What do you have a lot of? Do you have a lot of personal taxes, or do you have a lot of small? Okay, personal taxes.
So we do a lot of personal taxes. However, we do a lot of business taxes also. So we do both, and we are literally leading more towards business taxes now. And
Okay.
so for our business owner, we actually do their bookkeeping and all of that now as well
Okay.
to help them stay and get prepared throughout the year.
Okay. So what is some of the things that you see on a year to year basis that most um individuals, what are some of the don'ts that you see a lot of that we can educate some of our viewers on, because we're close to tax season, right? So there, I don't know if there's a lot to do someone can do right now to change the outcome of their taxes once they file, but what are some of the things that you see often and some advice you can give to our viewers?
Okay. When it comes to the business taxes, some of the things that I see a lot, and I speak on this on mostly in our community, is that a lot of people that are doing business. They have home business, side business, home also self-employed.
Right.
Anything that you're doing that is sustaining you and your family, and you don't have to go clock in and out, even if you are doing so, you're still doing something else on the side. It is a form of business. That's self-employed. You work for yourself. Do get in the habit of documenting your earnings and your spending so that you can be able to file your taxes with those income. And also, a lot of people are afraid. They're like, "Oh, I can't because it's not registered. It's not this." No, the business don't necessarily have to be registered for you to file the taxes on it. Especially for those who have children. You have kids. You working from home. You're doing hair braiding. Oh my gosh, hair braiding is the income. that if you keep track of it, you will realize you'll be surprised how much you're earning. But I see a lot of Africans like from hand to mouth, I would say, from wherever they're getting it from to spending it. So I encourage people to keep track of their earnings and document it. Get a ledger, a piece of notebook, write it down. How much you spent today? How much you charge Mary when you did Mary hair? How many Mary or Mata or whoever you did their tax, or I mean not their tax, but their hair braiding today? You're even daycare at home. You're babysitting somebody's kids. How many kids do you keep? How much are you earning? Document it and keep a good record of those things and file your taxes. Especially if you have children, you will get a refund. In most cases, you do. But what I see, a lot of people are afraid to do those things because they feel like, there's something that they haven't registered.
Right.
Yeah. Now, for my registered business people, another problem that I see is we don't keep book. We don't understand the importance of bookkeeping. I actually had a client that called me last week. She was literally just grateful because everything I taught her about, keeping track and registering her business. She actually a cook. She catered to parties and different things. And so she was filing her taxes, not even reporting, everything. And the reason she's not reporting everything is because she's not tracking everything.
Right.
And so we sat with her and explained to her the importance of everything. At this time, she was actually getting ready to purchase a home. Well, unfortunately, she couldn't purchase a home because her income is not enough. It's not showing, but she's making the income. So things like that, keeping track of your income, your expenses, and doing proper documentation. And that's one of the reasons we're also offering bookkeeping services for our business owners as well.
All right. Great advice. Great advice. Someone just Macy said get a point of sale system that will help them. That's very true. I know you talk about earnings, but expenses is another thing that people do need to track as well. Whatever you're putting out and getting in, that's great advice. It doesn't get much simpler than you documenting your expenses and your income. Glendy?
So I wanted to I'm sitting here listening, I'm enjoying because I'm also learning. I wanted to ask about you talk about your business or your service is both to individuals and to businesses. I want to say, what are some of the disadvantages for you as a woman that you've seen? I mean, they see you, beautiful young woman, you're coming up to them or you're talking to them about buying a home or buying taxes. They hear there's an accident. I want to hear what has been, because I think you are, number one, I am extremely proud of you. I'm proud of your humble beginning. I'm proud of the fact that you are an immigrant. But not only that, you talk about coming on a refugee status. Is that right? And look at you today. So I wanna hear what you have to say when people kind of like, when you've heard them put you in a different category or don't want to work with you. I hope you're shrugging your shoulders and say whatever. But I want to hear a little bit about that.
Okay. That's something I actually had to get out of. For a long time, I was stuck in there. One of the struggle I had was my accent. Nobody, that was one of my biggest fear. Because part of my humble beginning was I actually came in this country after going through so much trauma back home. I didn't know how to read or write when I came to the States.
Woo!
And so I learned reading, writing, English speaking, everything here. So if y'all hear me chopping, Please excuse me, yo.
Beautiful.
um,
Amazing.
and I now that I'm gearing towards more helping even young people in our community. A lot of them, sometimes when I talk with them and I pick some and I sit with them individually and talk with them, and it's not try to have the same fear, is I want to be able to help them to know that, hey, you can't, not only healthcare, nothing against healthcare, but not the only place you belong. You can do other things. You can do business. You can do whatever. We actually own our own software brands now. We sell marketing system. If you want to start your own tax business, it's not a joke. We're literally hand train you and help you establish your own firm if you want to. And it doesn't matter of your background, whether you know what your level of education is or whatever. If I can do it, anyone can do it. As far as now, I think the most important thing is knowing and what you're doing. And when you get step out there to have that conversation, you're having conversation with people, they're like, okay, this person know what they're talking about. So I no longer have that fear of, oh, I don't want to say something because, oh, people are going to feel because of the way I talk or because of the
Right.
way I sound. I thank God for the industries that I found myself in, especially in the real estate industry. We go to different training and they're like, okay, get out of your fear. Get on social media, get on video. You are who you are. You sound like you sound.
Exactly.
Okay, get over it. And that one of the biggest fear I had to fight and literally get over it. When I started getting calls from people telling me, I found you on Facebook, I listened to your video, you keep coming, and I want to work with you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like really? So really, there are people out there that you know um take onto my voice that okay, we're hearing my voice, even though my own voice doesn't sound good in my own ears. There are people out there that listen to me. So there is, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, especially the way I talk or sound, but there are people that understand and are willing to listen and work with me. So as far as how I talk and sound, it hasn't been an issue. It's just an issue in my own head that I have to deal
I
with.
honestly, Helen, and I thank you for being so transparent with us. I didn't even know that, and it makes me even more proud of the woman that you become today.
Yeah.
That no matter from where you've come, and I hope that people who are listening to you are encouraged by your story. And it's like to come back from Liberia and to be here, an immigrant woman, a woman on coming here on a refugee status. You can teach yourself. Somebody mentioned ESLL. That's the big thing when you
English,
come here.
English.
I
Yeah,
did that
the second
too.
language. You come here. By the time they hear accent, let me put in the call. And so now I can where I start when I came here. It's like so now I can meet or speak the Kolokwa too, especially the one that I come with the Shri. I can. But it's like because that's the first thing like it's like English as a second language, but look at you today. And it's that we're extremely proud of you and the fact that you could share that. I hope that someone who's out there and listening can be encouraged from your
Yeah.
story. That nothing should stop there, no boundaries to what you can do and what you can become. And like Agata is calling you at the HNIC, you are a big bad HNIC.
Yeah.
You hear me? So
I'm
yeah,
so inspired by your
yes,
story.
I am. That's and I didn't know anything about that aspect about you. But it's just says who you are and who you can become, no matter what. And you are a boss chick. That's how they say. I got to is a boss chick, so I got two boss chicks here. But I wanted to talk a little bit about taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to talk about it in a sense that someone who has like one of the things I think I've now realized is it's important that you learn or you understand when people are doing your taxes so you know what they're putting on there because I'm a victim of that now. So
Mm-hmm.
you know that I want you to talk to us, advisor, and it's like it's don't be too tired What I tell people now is don't be too tired. Don't let somebody just do it and they do your taxes and you don't even look at what they're adding, what numbers they're putting in there because you think in
Mhm.
the end you're gonna get a lot of returns. And in the end you're gonna pay for it if you don't understand. I want you to talk to us lazy Liberians, lazy people who just turn our taxes over to somebody to do and they just send it in and you don't even read it. And what are some of the disadvantages of doing that?
Yeah. Um, there's a lot of it, and actually, I see a lot of that when people come to my office, and our Liberian people, most of them, and that's the pattern I see. When they mess it up out there, that's when it comes. Then when we clean it up, we help them, then they go again.
Yeah.
Um, I don't turn people away in my office when it comes to as far as the fees and all of that, we would negotiate it. But one thing I say always is we are not a charity. Let's start from there. We are competent in what we're doing. We take time, we update ourselves. No business is cheap. Every business is very expensive to run in America here.
Yeah.
And people will run around and going here and there. They are doing a lot of what they call estimates and all of that good stuff. And I always tell people be careful where you go and take your information, especially now we're in this virtual world.
Yeah.
Okay, people are sitting from wherever around the world and filing people taxes. And I'll tell you this. Before the pandemic, we had an office. We have been located locations in our office for over 8 years. Okay. The first couple of years, it was a matter of finding the suitable place, that affordable place with all the overhead we can afford and all of that. And God help us, we find a place. Now we have been stationed there. We're not one of those tax offices that changes phone number or addresses every year. So when you're going to a professional place where they are doing those things, that's a red flag altogether. Okay. People wanting more money. And I always say that there's no such thing. Get a professional that can look at your taxes, that can look into whatever deductions and credits that are due to you that you could possibly get the right way and get your taxes done right. It's just a number game. The system, people can get in there and manipulate the number and play with it and do whatever. Right at the end of the day, I will tell people it's not in your favor. And one thing I always tell people too is that you can owe the bank, you can owe me, you can owe credit card, you can owe anybody, but you cannot owe Uncle Sam. Simple as that. You cannot owe Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, I spoke with one of the representatives just yesterday, and I always, they're very, very helpful always. I love those people. They work very hard.
Yeah.
And I always tell people when I talk to people, do you work for the IRS or something? No, I do not work for the IRS. But I'm grateful of the privilege I have to be able to, work with my clients, submit their document, um, sometimes represent them. I'm grateful for that opportunity. Um, the taxes that we paid is what giving us the privilege to drive on good roads, live in beautiful communities, and all of those things. We get a lot of advantages here than we did from where we all came from, different backgrounds and what have you. And so people don't understand that you're fighting, you want to get this, you want to cheat the system, you want to do this, you want to do that, and it will it catch up with you. And when it does, it's not pretty. Okay. And at the end of the day, the people who help you get there, they can't do anything, absolutely nothing. And the time you would spend to get an attorney to go through the process, or where you might as well save that money and make a payment plan with Uncle Sam and pay that money off.
And do it right.
Because you're going to spend more money, they're going to eat your money, and then you will turn around and pay even more at the end of the day. So really looking at it and going to the right place and doing the right thing is very important. Okay, we all know we work hard for our money, and we work very hard for our clients. We are always researching and looking at what, credits and deductions and all the different things out there. We will fight for you. But we will not put ourselves at jeopardy. If we look at your kids and we say, okay, it's not there, you can't. Like I have people that will come to my office. Oh, I want to get $10,000. I just pack their document. I say, good luck. There is an office down the street that will be able to help you better than we can. Over here, we are not dishing out $10,000 to people that we know don't qualify to get $10,000 in return. So that's one thing. We will not turn you away because of the fees, but we will turn you away because of what you want. Depends on the situation.
Amazing, amazing. So I don't have a home and I have bad credit. I'm just saying I don't have a home and I have bad credit and I'm coming to you. What are you telling me?
Well, there's no, well, I won't say there's no such thing as bad credit. It all depends. One thing I know is money talks. Okay, your credit is not great. Bad credit is not. I mean, it depends. What we do is, first of all, we look at you, we evaluate the situation. That way, a cheaper way we can look at your credit and give you a blueprint as to what you can do to bring it up to where it needs to be to qualify for home. And for those that are filing taxes right now and about to file taxes or what have you, I would say save your money. You can't come to me and say you don't have good credit, you don't have money, you want to buy a house. Those two doesn't go together at all. So we need to get your credit together. And I work with mortgage brokers and professionals that so far we have very great relationship. They help my client. They will flip, they will go up the roof. And when I first started, that was one of the hardest things to get is building that relationship with people that are willing to do the work, because some of the work are challenging and not everybody is willing to do it. But thank God that we have people now that are willing to do the work, that will work with you, but we need your cooperation. If we say pay this off so you can get this to this, please do that. Save some money, save it. And that's really all to it. We can help you get there. It's not something, impossible, but it requires some patience and some work on your end.
Yep.
Got to.
I want to go back to the taxes and let's look at it in a different light. I noticed that we had some Liberian people in Liberia. I should say not Liberian, but we're all Liberian. I see some people that are in Liberia right now. And the system is different. We all know that. What advice do you have for my sisters that are actually watching right now that are starting a small business? They don't have to register it. There are things they can do. I know you talk about documentation and things of that sort. Is there any advice you can give them? Like you said, I'm talking about our regular market women now.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to them just to help them?
So I do need to understand a little bit our regular market women. I'm talking to the market women in Liberia.
Yes.
How is the tax system? Are they paying taxes over there? Do they file taxes over there? I'm not too familiar. Y'all forgive me. I came here.
Some people do and some people don't. I don't know what it is now. I know there's a lot of home businesses. I know way back in the day when I had a friend that did that in the market itself, they would come around the tax collectors and they would have to pay them at while they were in the market. It's not like a place like it's electronically it comes from your paycheck. No, it's not like that. Someone will physically go around, but there's also women that are working from their home. I noticed one woman in particular that's on the show tonight. She doesn't have a physical store, but she does work from her house and she's doing a little business. How do you get her to the next level?
Well, the big factor is documentation. She needs to get a little copybook, notebook, write down when you go to the market, section your market. Give me that pepper. You count how many pounds you have on your table. Count it and document it on your notebook. Okay, I have 15 pallets here
Right.
today, a section. Okay, out of the 15 here, 10 sold today. That means tomorrow I still have five left, right? Or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Write it down. How much did I spend to get more pepper or what have you? I spent $20 to buy more pepper to sell it. And for now, more pepper when I sold, I bought it for $20. When I sold it, I gained $40.
There you go.
Document that, write it in your notebook, in your ledger, and keep it with you. That's the best thing you can do. And possibly go to the bank, try and open a bank account. When the bank sees that you're making deposit on the regular, you can expand your business by maybe getting a shop and using the bank money while they use your checking account, your saving account as a collateral to give you money out of that, out of their own. And when they see that you continue to bring and make sure you pay it back, you
Hmm.
know, and that's how you build credibility and that's how you build relationship with the banks and stuff, their own ground. And I know sometimes it's a little bit complicated because in our country sometimes things happen, right? I've been hearing a lot of horror stories, so it's not
Mhm.
as easy as it is for here in America because there are guidelines and regulations and stuff. Maybe collaborate with I would say open an account with an international bank that is above our regulations that not just a Liberian bank or what have you. you know that would be my advice, but documentation is key. Know what you're spending and knowing what is coming in and what is going out.
Right. And
Very
that's
important.
exactly what I was looking for you to say. I do understand that the tax system is different here, but regardless of where you are, the key, as you said, is documentation. Simply understanding what you're spending versus what you're bringing in. And you landed on a really important point that I think it's important regardless of where in the world you are. If you have proper documentation and say someone wants to loan you some money to improve your business, be it a bank or an individual. A lot of people, I know I've personally helped a lot of people in Liberia start businesses. They have nothing. They cannot show you, and you hit the nail right on the head. Simple copybook and just documenting, what you're spending versus what you're bringing in, your profits, your loss day by day. It truly helps show someone, anyone, be it a bank or an individual, that you're serious and that you mean business. So absolutely great advice. Great
Thank
advice.
you. Thank
So
God.
let me just tell the people. Y'all don't listen. They all the BB English. Let me break it down for you. Get your copy boy, your pencil, and write your thing down on the table. You
Yeah.
hear?
Thank you.
Take your copy bowl, look for pen, look for paper, 2 pot of pepper, 3 pot of bitter ball, 5 pot of okra. The
Hmm.
2 pot of pepper will give me $5. The 3 pot of bitter ball will give put it on what she's saying.
Hmm. Hmm.
Exactly.
Yes.
And for those of you that are cooking, that doing kobo, count your dishes.
Yes.
Count your dishes, your soup bowl and your rice bowl. How many of them you use today? You have 20 soup bowl, you have 20 rice bowl, and count how many you use. That's how you will keep track of it. You
Exactly.
know, if you don't keep track, and even here in America at McDonald's, that's what they do. All the paper cup and those things that they give, that bag, they count everything each day. You
Exactly.
know, they keep inventory of all those things. And that's how they are able to know, okay, we are missing uh 2 cups. That because we get water out to client for free. And some places will even charge you 20 cents for the cup,
Exactly.
14 cents for the cup.
Exactly.
So, documentation is key. Count, to keep inventory of your, whatever you're using. Even that paper set, count that piece of paper. How many of the paper are used today to give the pepper in? That how I sell them each for 25 cents.
Right.
You write it down.
Yeah. So I
I
want
want
to
to
say,
go back to if someone, you talk about being a realtor, you talk about being a tax advisor or preparer. There's some young girl out there listening that's interested in being a tax preparer. Help them understand the difference. I know you're not an accountant, you didn't say you were, but if someone was listening, what kind of schooling will they need to become a tax preparer?
If you're first starting out, the first thing is connect with a tax office that is willing to teach you. Okay. That is what we do. We bring on people and we know they train with us for the first year, 2 years. Once you're ready and decide, okay, you want to open your own office, we help you open your own office, set up everything for you, help you go through the whole process. That's what we would do. And we are virtual now. That means we can help you anywhere in the states. Okay. Of all 50 states. So do reach out to us if you're needing that help. We do one-on-one Zoom training, virtual training, and all of that with you. It's something durable, and connect with open-minded people. And I said that because when I started, when I wanted to do taxes, I went to different offices. Africans offices, thinking, oh, my own African people doing it, they're going to help me out. I even volunteer my service, to help them file their book or whatever. Nobody want to let me in. And I can see that now that they didn't, because they know what they were up to, and I was their client. They don't want to know what they're doing, or they don't want me to be insider. And so forth. And the other thing I see a lot of African too, when they are doing something, they keep information. And I want to say this, the market is huge. There's no such thing as competition. Don't program your mind. Think is it because the person is selling painting, I'm selling painting too, that means we're competing. The person is selling hair and I'm selling hair too, that means we're competing. The person doing taxes and I'm doing taxes too, that means we're in competition. We are not. And I will tell people that as a realtor, I am not no other realtor is a competition to me. As a tax advisor, no other tax advisor is a competition to me. That everybody have their own market. And the people that, and not everybody I can help. There are some people I literally refer them somewhere else because I cannot work with them. Simple as that. So the market is huge. If we can help each other with what the little that we know, help elevate each other and help each other get it, we will all be good. I'm not fond of people coming to me to say, oh, give me this, give me this. No. You want to know what I'm doing? Tell me, teach me, show me. I will be happy to show you. I promise you. But don't sit there and think that you can't do what I'm doing, but you want ask for handout all the time. No, we're not doing that. Yeah. Let's help each other grow. That's how I see it. So anybody out there that willing to learn, and even in the real estates or the taxes or whatever, I am open. I can assure you that, and I will help you every step of the way possible to help you succeed. So that's my take on that.
Thank you.
I'm so impressed by you.
Thank you. It would not be fair if we don't talk a little bit about the business and mention Mr. Washington, because I know he's a huge source of strength for you. So I'm going to put the flyer up about the tax business. There goes Dominion Realty Group.
Realty. We're rebranding, and that's going to change soon, but that's for the real estate. Yes.
So I want you to talk a little bit about work and what role Mr. Washington plays and how helpful he is to you. And I hope you're not nagging him a lot.
Oh my gosh. Actually, I am very, very, very grateful. I am grateful. I'm grateful for my husband, because without him, a lot of the things he's my support system. He's my everything. I am really, literally God first. But I wouldn't be where I am today wasn't for this man's support. When they say something, he's one of the greatest counselors that I know. In every area, do this, do that. And there are times, yes, I get, I'm like, oh my gosh, But he is the backbone. He is the backbone. And now, he is a great help. He has an accounting background. Okay. He actually has an accounting degree. He didn't really practice it. He's in IT. So he's a very technical person too. And so, he had come in and step up and say, hey, because his wife's business is all I know. From bike home, I was cooking and selling I was less than 10 years old when I started this. Let's just put it that way. And so I don't know much. I work in corporate, I work in other places, but it's just not my passion. My passion is to work for myself and help people in every area that I possibly can. And he called on to that. And so he helps me in everything. The bookkeeping now, I'm actually handing the taxes and the bookkeeping to him. you know, as to help me managing all of that because I can't do everything. If I were to be sitting there and saying I'm the one doing the bookkeeping and I'm the one doing the taxes, I'm the one. No, I wouldn't have hair on my head, so I'm not doing that. So we dedicate some of the tasks that we can delegate and someone he can help, and he's a very, very great support system and manager.
Amazing. I had to bring Mr. Washington on because I know in the background he is your support and your strength. So thank you, Helen. I think we've learned. Agatha, you have any other questions?
I don't have any other questions, but I do have a statement. I've listened to you speak, and hopefully you've overcome your insecurities about your accent. Um, I'm of the mindset if they can understand me, that's good enough. I don't have to speak like them. And you, I am amazed by what you've accomplished. I am
Yes.
extremely proud to have met you tonight. I wish you nothing but the best. And one last thing before you go, I know you're in the state of Texas. I don't believe we said exactly where you are. So if you could just provide us that bit of information and how we can connect with you. I know a couple of people online are saying they want to touch base with you. If you can just share that with us. And then after the show, Glennie and I will make sure we post it on our page.
Okay, great, thank you. I do have a Facebook page. I'm on all the platform pretty much. Um, Helen Dopoe uh, slash Realtor with EXP Realty. That would be my Facebook business page for the real estate. Discovery Tax Services and Bookkeeping. Also, Google it or search it on Facebook. We have a business page on that. We are on Instagram. I believe my phone number is also trending on this
Yes.
headlines. Do take that, reach out to me. Only a phone call or text away. So yeah, we're on everywhere. You will find it on Twitter, LinkedIn, um, TikTok. I am everywhere. So yes, and for the local people, one of the services we're adding on to this year, and also we always look into what services we can put on to really help our people that we don't see a whole lot of in our community, in a way of to try to get people to come on board to help. And I wish that somebody would just come and say, hey, how did you do this? Can you help us? Or can you do this or whatever? And we're open to that. And for my local people, if you're looking for insurance services, we're also adding that. Homeowner insurance,
Nice.
car insurance, we are adding that also to our one-stop shop or many
Nice.
services. Okay. So if you're in the Texas area, we are licensed in both Texas and Oklahoma.
Nice.
Okay, so we do have that. So I want to throw that in there. So if you're looking, and we are a broker, we're not captive, which means we can look in the market and find the best possible rate and coverage for you. So,
Nice. Thank
mhm.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Helen, so much. So amazing. Helen, and when she says that she's helpful, Helen is extremely helpful. I want to mention, and I'm pretty sure the people at Morovia Lounge they love Helen. Helen, Helen helps out at Morovia Lounge like she's a business partner to
Aw.
Penny and to Princess. So in this public manner, in their behalf, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all you do. We are so extremely proud of you and your humble beginning, and you not even, like you said, I came here, I had to learn how to read and probably write, and look at you today.
Yeah,
Amazing woman. Thank you for coming on DBC. You
My
even made us
pleasure.
more important today.
I know, right?
Thank you, Helen.
My pleasure.
All
Thank
right.
you. Y'all, thank you so much for the
Thank
opportunity.
you for coming.
Mhm.
Here you go.
What an amazing young lady.
Yes. I didn't even know. It's like people, there's a lot of people doing good. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people that didn't have the opportunity before,
Yeah,
and they didn't let any limitation stop them.
yeah,
Amazing, amazing young
yeah,
woman. Amazing young woman.
yeah,
Oh, I am even shocked.
yeah.
Anyway,
To
it
have
was a
come
good
to this
show.
country
Yeah,
and
good,
do
good
what
show.
she's done. You know, she said something that really touched me. It's not always what it seems. Some people say, "Oh, women don't like to help women," or
Hmm.
"Africans don't like to help Africans." That's not true.
Hmm.
It's the same regardless of your race, your ethnicity, wherever you come from. You
Hmm.
have some people that are just selfish.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if they're white, black, or whatever. You
Hmm.
have others that are just kind. And it really doesn't matter if they're white, black, or whatever. You
Hmm.
will always find someone within your community that
Hmm.
is selfish and won't help you. But at the same time, there's so many others that are always willing to help. And I
Yes.
listen to her say, don't always come and ask me for a handout, but
Yes.
ask me to
So you
teach you
learn.
something that you can learn so you will be
Mhm.
able to sustain yourself. Now,
Yeah.
that's a true giver because
Yes.
she wants you to be able to be independent. And
Yeah.
that's much more than any dollar or two she could give you. And I
Yeah.
really appreciate her for doing that.
And
And
I think, yeah. Go ahead, Agatha.
the bit, and she said another thing that there's enough business for
Yes.
all of us.
Yes. That's
And
not a competition.
it's not a company. Somebody asked me, why do I share? I share everybody business. And if you know me, you know I sew, I cook, I this, but I don't care whoever is doing what I'm doing. I'm still sharing it because what I believe in my core that whatever is meant for me will
Hmm.
always be for me,
Yes.
regardless of
Yes.
who else is present in the space. So let's get out of this mindset of me,
Hmm.
me, 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 me.
Hmm.
Don't be selfish. She said it so much better than I could ever say it. I see
Yeah.
people, my personal business, I share it online. The same people that I've shared their business every single time. I've never seen them share mine once, but it's not going to stop me. I'm still going to share, but it's very important for us to know. Let's don't just say it's Liberian people or it's
Yeah.
Africans. It's not only Liberians, it's not only Africans, it's not only black people, it's every single human being. We just
Mhm.
have some selfish people and we have people that aren't so selfish. So
Yeah.
let's be that change we want to see. Let's be the unselfish ones and try
Yeah.
to promote each other.
Yeah. And I think just listening to her, it just also puts you in a place that when you know who you are and you're content with who you are, it's
Exactly.
like you're not gonna not want to show people, not want to share, not want to
Exactly.
be kind, not want to be good. Not saying, oh, I'm not going to tell them where I saw this dress because they probably saw it too and theirs will look better. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
doesn't matter. I mean, somebody wear a nice dress. I'm gonna say your dress look nice. I'm not gonna not say that. But I just think she, like you said, she said it so much better. It's like we're doing a talk show. If somebody wants to start a talk show and they
More
want us
power
to
to
come on
you.
there, more power to them. You
More
want to do
power to
100
you.
talk shows, more power to you. It's like she said, there's so much There's so many people out there that's going to be people. Not everybody's listening to us now. They're probably somewhere else. But that
Exactly.
should not stop you from wanting to venture out there or to do things or be kind to people.
But you know where
Amazing
that
young
comes
woman.
from, Glendy? It comes from within oneself.
Yes.
You have to be comfortable with who you are. You
Yes.
have to be confident in what you do
Mhm.
for you to be able to help someone else. And some people, unfortunately, aren't like that. It's
Mhm.
like me wanting to be the only person in my crew that got money. What fun is that for me? I want all my friends then to even be better than I am so we can all be able to do stuff.
Yeah.
So if we get out of that mindset,
Mhm.
we will be such a different, group of people. And someone wrote, your grace is different. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
yeah,
we've come to the end of the show. What's trending? It may not be trending on the page,
it's
but I wanted to
true.
talk a little bit about integrity, having integrity. I mean, I think there's a lot of things going on in our Liberian society in the past, whatever, that people just don't seem to want to have integrity for anything.
Oh, we got somebody that's. Did you notice that
No.
somebody hacked into our? Let me see if I can block them. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Glendy.
Yeah, it's like I don't see them. They're on the page or they're
You
in the
see the
chat.
comment?
Huh?
Do you see the comment?
Where is that at? Let me see.
Go
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead. We'll
yeah.
figure it out.
We can block that person later.
Yeah.
Crazy person. Yeah, I'm just saying integrity matters. I mean, if you don't have a certain, I mean, you're not qualified for a certain job, then go get a job that you're qualified for. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know why people always want to do things that, doesn't suit them or is not for them. It's like it's just like we say, it all boils down to being content with who you are, being
Absolutely.
happy with where you are and what stage you are in life. It's like it's horrible. Doesn't make us look good, and especially for young people. They got 60, 70-year-old people that still going to school, still trying to attain the knowledge.
Yep.
What about you, who's young? Why don't you go to school? So I just think we're losing track of our integrity. Some of us, not all of us. And I think people need to just really, really reconsider some of the things that they're doing, so that they can be able to just do what's right. I think that's probably on your. I don't see it here. Probably I don't know who that
I
is.
blocked them.
All right, good, good. So that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about. Your integrity matters. It's important. That's I mean that's everywhere. It's trending all over. I'm not gonna go
Yeah, so much
because
going on in Liberia.
yeah, yeah.
The let me just say this. This is a PSA, unsolicited, but I'm gonna say it. A lot of us leave the States and Europe and go to Liberia for the holiday, and most of the flights land at night. That Robertsfield Road is
Mhm,
very dangerous,
mhm,
as you may or may not know.
mhm,
Um, but I would encourage you to, whenever I fly to Robertsfield, I spend the night at Farmington Hotel, and then in the morning I drive to Monrovia when it's daylight. So if you're out there and you're planning on going to Liberia, just know that that Robertsfield Highway is not safe. If you can't afford to, stay at Farmington or wherever
mhm.
is close by, so you can be safe.
Yeah,
Just PSA. I know a lot of you are planning on traveling. I just don't want to hear no bad news. Take that into consideration. Take that into consideration. What did she say? She said, Agatha,
he
you're
said,
positive, but you
I
look
know
like
you will
you
cause
won't
that
call them
person.
out. It's funny. There's this. I don't know if you noticed it, Glendy. there is this, I don't know if it's a bot or it's somebody. I think it's somebody because they're not coming a lot. But there's this particular person that used this I think it's the guy from
Yes, and
Duck
I block him all
Dynasty.
the time, but it's still,
I
he's still all the time
you
I block.
Yes, you have to refuse him and then block him, right?
Yes,
So, but now he's getting smart. I noticed he
yeah,
started using another woman's picture. But
mm,
immediately when I see it with the bandana and the beard,
yes,
I know
yes,
it's him or
mm,
them. But it's funny. Yes, that was a little put offish. But
yes,
people do this so they can sell stuff, they can steal your information, and let's just be smart. I see people doing the AI transformation. Listen, don't nobody want to know how many children you have just because they're interested. Nobody want to know if you have a pet and what's your pet name, unless just because they're interested. Notice that all of these things are things that you use as password, and that's how people steal your information. Don't follow every trend you see on social media. Come on. I see some of the people that I see following the trend. I'm like, you gotta know better. But that's my PSA for today. I see the new thing,
yeah.
everybody doing the AI with the, y'all don't do that.
I don't even know what that
Please
is.
don't do that.
I don't even
They-
know what that
You see
is.
people taking their pictures and they're changing
Oh,
it to yeah.
I
That,
seen
that
it, but
y'all don't do that. It's not safe. I'm just letting you know. But anyway, let's do Mom May's thing. I have
yes,
one for
my
Mom
make
May before
quotes.
we go. Yeah,
Mhm.
so Mom May's quote says for today, what doesn't kill helps to fatten.
Sure
My mom
does.
always used to say that. She still does. But yeah,
Sure does.
what doesn't
What
kill
doesn't kill?
helps to fatten you.
Yep, yep. That's it for Mom May, Maisie, Dama's mom. So next week,
Yeah,
our guest, as we end the year,
as we end the year.
we're gonna be bringing in a is she a psychotherapist? She's gonna be here next week. Mental health. She's gonna be talking to us about how we wound on and restart the year. She's gonna be talking to Liberians, especially about your mental health and how you look at people who have mental illness. So she will be here next week. Yade will be here. She's a psychotherapist. Yade Young. Yeah, Tanya Young. Tanya
Okay.
Yade Young. She will be here next week, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You want to come because you want to come know how to deal with Glenda, who is crazy.
We've had a lot of
Yes,
mental health professionals on
yes,
this show, and I really hope we can get people that are some of our viewing audience to say, "Listen, you have this one show, and I'm now seeing a therapist, and listen, all of us need therapy.
yes.
Y'all know I'll be the first one to tell
Yes.
you."
You know what? Somebody said it the other, somebody re-echoed. Agatha says this all the time. But somebody again, I think I was talking to someone and the person emphasized how important it is to have therapy. No, it
Girl,
wasn't even, it was a guest last week. It was it
girl,
was it was the guest last week. She was a social worker, also a counselor, and she
listen.
was it's important. She said therapy is good. It's
Look, that's
important.
the way you go to the eye doctor to take care of your eyes, right? You go to your primary physician to take care of your body. You must go and see a mental health professional to
Mhm.
take care of your mental
Your mind.
psyche.
Yes.
Before I say this with all the pride in the world, I'm 50 years old. But way back when, maybe when I was in my 20s, and when I first came to this country, I came here when I was 19. I used to look at people just the way the Liberian people, oh, that one cracky, or she going to see mental. And how ignorant of that, was that of me. But you know
Yes.
better, you do better. I was a
Yes.
20-year-old child. I didn't
Yes.
understand. But I've been through so much, even us that went through the war. That in
Mhm.
itself, that trauma, and so many other traumas that we experience throughout our lives. We
Yes.
need to take care of our mental health. When you hear somebody and put that chair in the bathtub and dry on them, you don't want to reach there. So before you even get close to that,
Come
start
get some
taking
help.
care of yourself. So
Yes.
I'm really excited to talk to
Yeah.
Tanya next week.
Yes, yes. And so folks, this is it. This is how we end it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following us. Tomorrow is Yama Yama Friday. That's Eva's day. She'll take care of it. And I think next week we'll have us kings back from their vacation.
From their vacation.
Yes. So until next week, Thursday, we say thank you for watching and we see you all.